So Lego is displaying a life-size 1-to-1 scale working model of the Bugatti Chiron at the Disney Springs Lego store in Orlando, Florida this weekend from March 22nd to 24th. I was told I can't drive it, but they were nice enough to contact me to interview one of the team members of the project, bringing this iconic car to life. So I'm here at like 7 a.m., the earliest I've woken up, but it's going to be worth it. I could feel it.
It's honestly so strange seeing Disney Springs this vacant. I mean, even during the Falcon when we probably came earlier, there's people waiting for that. So it wasn't so vacant, but this is like a ghost land. Kind of cool, kind of creepy. So this is Lucas, and he was part of the team who built this amazing Bugatti. And kind of show us through which features you really like about it and little details like that.
Yeah. So this is a life-size Bugatti Chiron replica model built purely out of Lego Technic bricks. There is 1 million elements of Lego Technic which we put together. And when you look on the car, you can see only the surface, which is the signature surface, and this surface is made out of triangles. There are two types of triangles: smaller ones for the smaller areas, and bigger ones for the bigger flat areas. And if you look more closely, you can see that the whole this surface, which we call skin, is connected to the basic structure, which is built also out of Lego Technic bricks. And when we were doing this project, one of our goals was to minimize any components other than Lego Technic bricks. So the goal was also to minimize the steel for the structural parts, which is quite hard when you are able to build a 5-meter long car which should be moving. So at the beginning we had to do a lot of testing about what we can achieve with Lego Technic, what are the limits of it. So we did many samples which we loaded with weight and stress. So we know what we can do with it, and from that structure, it is built from the way up everywhere, because we have only the basic steel construction in the floor, which connects the four wheels, and is also underneath the cockpit. One of the tough part was also how we can mimic these organic shapes of the real Chiron, because the real Chiron is designed to run to speed of over 300 kilometers per hour, or almost 400 kilometers. So we came up with a solution that we will use these special elements, these pistons, which are in Lego Technic sets, and where we can adjust the distance. Mm-hmm. And by that we were able to achieve these organic shapes also in our model.
How did you guys come up with that idea specifically?
You mean with these pistons?
Yeah.
Yes. When we were playing with the Lego Technic bricks and elements, and we were kind of struggling how we would achieve these shapes, and luckily only solution we found out was to use these pistons, because the Lego Technic elements are otherwise quite square, and it would be hard to achieve this effect.
I see.
An important difference between building regular sets out of Lego system bricks and compared to building such a huge model from Lego Technic brick is that when we are building the Lego system models, we are basically designing only the surface, because inside there are just the system bricks connected or interlinked into each other. But here in Lego system we need to think about all 3 dimensions, because you cannot build it like a regular system model. You have to connect everything in all 3 dimensions, and must secure that it's strong enough and it will not fall apart when it will drive. One of the nicest pieces of the car, or one of my favorites, are the lights, mm-hmm. which you can see here.
Fully working. So How did you guys get the light to actually go through there? Was it a power functions build or what exactly?
Yeah, there are LEDs behind these transparent bricks, and these are special molds because they usually do not exist in Lego Technic. These transparent bricks.
Transparent. Oh, so clear. I see.
Yeah.
Special for that. Super rare.
Yeah.
Okay. That's awesome.
And on the back, if you check the rear lights, these are also the custom molded red transparent bricks.
I see. So those are also exclusive to just this one on this bike.
Exactly.
I see.
They did not exist before. And we also used some metal coating so we can achieve this effect of the real logo.
So those exclusive to this?
No, these are standard, I think, black bricks, but they are metal coated.
I see.
Silver metal coated.
Okay, that makes sense. I totally see. Okay, that's awesome.
And the rear wing was functioning, so it can simulate the positions of the real rear wing. So, for example, the brake position and the pull-up position.
I see. So, how was it not only like how did your team bring this model out from from scratch? Yeah. Like was it a sketch-based thing or?
At the beginning, we usually are building models out of Lego system bricks, which is completely different approach than building out of Technic bricks. Because when we are doing models out of system bricks, we are basically designing mostly only the surface of the model and build it layer by layer, but and glue it, which is important. And one of the requirements for this model was to not use any glue at all.
I see.
So we were at the beginning. We spent several months just building various segments we called beams and try them how much load they can withstand. And we were just basically trying to build some shapes, and our designers have to invent the solution how to mimic the surface and the lines. So they came up with the solution using these shapes, these triangles, and we have bigger triangles for bigger surfaces and small triangles for the lines which are curved a bit more.
So none of it is glued on. It's all that's
glue,
so
no glue
impressive.
at all.
Holy
No
crap!
glue at all.
And the door's open.
Yeah, the mechanism is working, but I would rather not do it right now because we have it fixed for the display.
Yeah, no, that's still awesome.
Yeah.
And inside, is there an actual engine?
Yeah, the engine is on the same place as in the real car, so it's under the hood here.
I see.
And the engine is built out of 2,403 pieces of Lego power functions.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. You know, I thought you guys just plopped like an actual engine in there, but no.
No, it's powered purely by Lego power functions engines. And this was one of the toughest things during the project to find out the solution and the way how to connect or to make it move at all, and to connect all these engines together and make it work.
I see.
So we did this project in partnership with the Bugatti, and they gave for this model the original wheels and rims. And apart from that, we also have the original Bugatti logo in the front.
I see. How is that attached to those pieces?
That is quite, kind of funny because it has two bolts at the end, or from the rear side, which is not visible from here. And luckily, it has the same dimension like the holes.
Really?
Like the holes in the Technic brick. So
That's awesome.
so it came out as kind of surprise, but we were really kind of happy.
No, that's so awesome.
We also have the wipers built out of Technic bricks, which are these rubber elements,
Really? Oh yeah, those are in a lot of regular Lego system builds
Yeah.
as well. I recognize that piece, you know.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Also the speakers, which are also in the original.
Oh, that's so cool.
And
How about for the interior?
Yeah, if you look inside, we also have rear seat belts working.
So cool.
Because when we were doing the filming, we also have to secure the safety of the driver.
Of course,
So
that's
therefore
super important.
we used these seat belts. The steering wheel also features the metal coated Bugatti logo.
Awesome. That's so cool. All right, that looks fantastic.
We also have working speedometer inside, which is powered by Lego Power Functions engine, which is connected to sensors on the wheels, where it takes the rotations from the wheels and it translates into the real speed, showing
That's crazy.
showing
All
the
the power
speedometer.
functions.
Yeah.
So what does this display do right here?
This display is this interactive touchscreen for the guests, so they can try the sound and visual effects of the car, and it does the real effect as the real Chiron. So, for example, we have a welcome session. So, if you open your real Bugatti with the key, it does a similar effect like this.
That's so cool. That's awesome.
So we have high beam as well, low beam. We can put hazard lights on, including the lights inside mirrors.
So cool. So, how is this programmed to this model?
Yeah, we have a custom control unit that is inside the car, which can play sounds and control the lights and everything. We are using this control unit for most of our models with electro animation, and we also have this industry class touchscreen display where we have programmed this application so guests can play with it when they
When they come and see it.
They come and see it. Yeah.
And how long is this going to be in Disney Springs?
Here it will be from Friday till Sunday, 24th March.
Okay, so there you go. So you guys have, if this is going up on Saturdays, you guys have today and tomorrow to see it, and definitely come out and see this. Well, it was great getting to know the vehicle and
You're
getting
welcome.
to know the
You're welcome.
designers. So thank you, Lucas, and I will see you guys later. Peace out.